Hello everyone, I'm Brian Sullivan reporting for Out and About Nashville this Wednesday, August 5th. Our new August issue will hit the stands soon. This month we examined the work of 3 lesbian leaders in the push to reform criminal justice in Nashville. Our cover story is an interview with Sonny Eaton, the defense attorney tapped to lead Nashville's Conviction Integrity Unit. Inside the issue, we also talk with Metro Nashville Police Department's new Deputy Chief, Kay Loki, as well as MNPD's LGBTQ liaison, Nakia Reed. You can catch a preview or the whole electronic issue on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. Nashville Airport is on pace to award $250 million in contracts to small, minority, and women-owned businesses by 2023. The new Concourse D, which features 6 additional gates, already granted $55 million in contracts for this community as part of the airport's ongoing commitment to diversity and economic inclusion. CEO Doug Crulin credits significant guidance from the Nashville LGBT Chamber of Commerce for helping to fuel that commitment. So I understand that you awarded over $55 million, I believe you said 70?
70 businesses.
70 businesses,
yes.
And $55 million to small, minority, and women-owned businesses. Did that come about organically, or did you set out to diversify the contracts that you made in the beginning?
Great question. The answer is yes to your second one. So we have a business diversity development office, and we comply with federal regulations and our own procurement policies. Our job is to promote, so we bring the whole community together when we're building the airport. So we encourage small, minority, and women-owned businesses to bid on our projects. We actually certify them for free, and then they are able to, by their different trade skills, go out and bid for the different projects that work on there. And then when we put out these large solicitations like this one to build Concourse D and the ticketing wings, we give the companies like Hensel Phelps a target. And so then they're like an extra arm of us because they have to meet their goals. And most of their times, the companies exceed the goals. So I'd have to look up specifically on this one, but most likely in this project area, they might have had to have a $40 million goal, but they found enough small minority or woman-owned businesses to do $55 million worth of work. Overall, when we finished the B&A vision, we were thinking we would spend about $200 million total on small minority and woman-owned businesses. We're going to be north of $250 million by 2023.
250 million to small, minority,
and women-owned businesses. So they will have produced more than 20% of whatever we're building and developing right here. And it's neat because you get to see the buy-in. They're part of it. This is their airport. They get to fly in and out of here. They can always tell mom and dad, I helped build that. Pretty neat, real neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Right now, Crulin says all of B&A's human resource policies and procedure manuals are out for legal review based on new laws and guidance to make sure they are current. You can read more on that story on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. The Vanderbilt Voice Center has a new program for transgender people who desire to align their voice with their gender identity. Their first ever virtual voice club is a group setting to foster gender-affirming communication exchange. No payment is required for this pilot program. You can find out more information on the Out and About Nashville Facebook page. We've shared a link. It's August, and guess what? We're still gay. At least I am. Likewise, LGBTQ small businesses still need our support. Businesses owned by our community have contributed tremendously to the U.S. economy. The LGBTQ community is an economic powerhouse. A recent study showed our community has a spending power of $3.7 trillion to support and uplift companies who support the LGBTQ community. So now is the time when our community businesses need us the most. You can find a list of LGBTQ owned businesses and allies to support in our area in our gay business directory on our website at outandaboutnashville.com. All this month, you'll catch members of the News Channel 5 news team ringing the bell in honor of Tennessee's role in ratifying the 19th Amendment on the 100th anniversary of women's right to vote. Here at Out and About Nashville, in each broadcast this month, we'll be highlighting queer women throughout history who have helped pave the way for our rights, as well as women in our community who are still fighting that fight today. Jane Addams was a political activist and sociologist who helped steer the women's suffrage movement toward equality. In 1920, she co-founded the American Civil Liberties Union and is credited as the founder of the social work profession in the United States. She said that if women were to be responsible for cleaning up their communities and making them better places to live, they needed to be able to vote to do so effectively. She was the first woman awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1931 in recognition of her many contributions. We salute Jane Addams and thank her for her service. Thank you all for joining us. Stay safe, wear your mask, and we'll see you next time.
Sully!
Okay.